Hello everyone, and welcome to another one of our videos. Please take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy.
Guys, what is socially seen as hot, but is actually a huge turn-off for you? Fake tans. Specifically really bad ones where you look orange. I mean, I've seen some girls acting like they are hot looking just like an Oompa Loompa. I'm from Ireland and my mother's generation in particular has this weird obsession with tans. My mother is always telling me my foundation is too light or trying to get me to wear nude tights much darker than my actual legs. She herself looks absolutely awful in her wedding photos because her skin is actually orange with fake tan. I also got my photos taken in work before and the photographer photoshopped my skin darker. I felt really uncomfortable with that. I think a tan looks gorgeous on someone that has that coloring naturally. But I'm ginger with blue eyes, I just look stupid with anything but milk bottle levels of whiteness. Overusing filters for your pictures. Some women seem to rely heavily on these filters to feel beautiful, but chances are I'm going to think you look better as you are. I like flaws. I like freckles. I like scars. Just be you. Filters make everyone look the same. And I love the confidence of posting a pic with clear flaws visible. Shows that you aren't hiding anything. I don't want to be shocked when I first meet someone. High-pitched baby-like voice. The quickest way to make someone cringe and get on their nerves. If you naturally have a really high-pitched voice though, don't worry about it, it's fine. It is only annoying when you do it on purpose. From a psychological perspective, they got stuck in baby voice, usually, because they received the most positive reinforcement for that voice, or, less usually, had a trauma at that baby voice age. Also daddy issues. I went to Japan a few years ago and went with a Japanese friend to a hostess bar. Every single girl there sounded like a chipmunk. Voices so high-pitched I'm amazed all the glass around them didn't shatter. Baby voice is a cultural thing in Japan, so they do it because they want to sound young and girlish. It's considered cute and non-threatening. Playing hard to get. Just be real with me and yourself. Not that I find a challenge a problem, but pointless games that waste time, ruins people's trust in others and ability to love is not funny. See, if any girl is playing hard to get with me, then they're setting themselves up for failure. If I ask you out and you say no, then I'm never going to ask again because I'm assume you aren't interested. I can't read these things, lady. If you like me, you need to tell me outright because I literally will not be able to tell otherwise. I hate how much people look down on others for stretch marks, self-harm scars or scars in general, acne, moles, skin blemishes, facial disfigurement, being fat or having fat in places. Also, being unnaturally thin. I get that some people are super skinny because they're born that way and can't lose weight. But people whose goal is to be extremely skinny, it looks so unhealthy and I fear that if I even brush by you I might bruise or break you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a bit of fat on you. Hair as well. Hair is a good thing and natural for your body to have, even in the weirdest of places. People can be much hairier in places that other people aren't and they shouldn't be looked down on because of that. Anything acting like an immature cutesy, nope. I like women, not girls. Interests like this are totally fine. It's stuff like talking in a weird baby voice, or fake pouting as a negotiation, or whatever, that's creepy. I have a friend that does this, she'll talk with a baby voice or whatever. It drives me nuts when I'm hanging out with her. I'm unsure how her husband can stand it, but he never says anything. Friends with the couple, we all hang out together. Twerking. It reminds me far too much of the move my dog makes when we're playing tug of war. He pulls backward by rotating his hips forward as the front of his body pulls backward. Once you realize it's a twerk, you can't see it any other way. I remember the first time I saw it working in person. It was about in the year 2000, and my hip-hop head friend took me to a club. It was mesmerizing and not in a good way. It just reminded me of watching mating rituals in nature documentaries. And here we see the chaffinch female, presenting her posterior for a cadre of suitors. Someone replied, "My homeschooled cousin, bless her heart, was there too." To someone who grew up sheltered in a small hick town, this must have been the closest she had ever come to a party or nightclub. She walked out onto the dance floor, started dancing with some guy, and then began twerking. I didn't see it myself. What I did see, however, was the reaction of other people at my table. Her mother immediately walked out onto the dance floor and stopped her. These gigantic butts that seem to be all the rage these days. Your fake butts that look like diapers. When the legs and butt don't match, it's a huge turn off. Very common in LA. Those unnaturally plumped up lips that look like stung by a bee. Most women with Botox injections ruin their looks, and it makes them look unnatural, which is a turnoff to most guys. You're not making yourself more attractive. You're making yourself less attractive. My wife has done this a couple of times. I hate it. And now she has 2 little lumps on her lip that will probably never go away. To make things worse, I have no reason to think she won't do it again. Been about once a year. She goes to a top place in Houston, not a fly-by-night operation. It's still messed up, unnatural, and causes scarring. What a waste of money. Take a vacation and ditch the lifelong subscription to looking like you walked against a wall mouth first. Has anybody met another human being who actually finds lip injections attractive? I have yet to meet even a single person who falls into their intended audience. TikTok dances are the dumbest things I have ever seen, and nobody looks attractive doing them. Especially the ones that make weird faces while doing them. I don't understand why they are so popular. I get it with teens, but I know people who are over 30 and have a TikTok and try to do TikTok dances. It just screams pathetic. That's not even the lowest I've seen. Some girls like to reenact dialogue and act it out for some strange reason. Basically lip-syncing a movie or soap opera, and it's usually to play the strong female who tells it like it is and doesn't care. I was talking to my husband about this the other day, as I have a few friends including his sister who post 10 slides worth of this in their stories. Wannabe Instagram models. I have an old friend that's trying so hard to be Instagram famous it's actually painful to watch. She hashtags her pictures #make her name famous and won't stop talking about how she got 2,000 views on one of her lip-syncing TikToks. Worst part is she's actually beautiful and super intelligent. But the constant effort to try to be Insta-famous is such a turn-off. When girls play dumb as if being intelligent means you're less attractive, when actually it's the opposite. I love being able to have and hold intellectual conversations with people, and the playing dumb thing just annoys me. A friend told me a lot of them played dumb as a defense mechanism and to avoid hurting a man's ego. Honestly, that's real sad. Screw his ego. If he can't deal with being less intelligent, then to me you've dodged a bullet. Someone replied, as a woman, I find this happens when you are smart or say smart things and get shut down or ignored, and you realize that pretending to be dumb to stroke a guy's ego gets more male attention. Not saying it's right. I made an effort to stop doing it, but that's where it came from when I was younger. There are lots of men who enjoy feeling superior to a dumb woman. Misguided women might act the part of their lonely. 20 pounds of makeup and stupid long nails. Nails should be natural and no longer than a sliver past the tip of the finger. Anything longer than that, and it's unhygienic. Are you telling me that you honestly scrub with a nail brush a few times a day? No. You don't even own a nail brush. Also, when did having an abnormally large and disproportionate to the body butt become a desirable trait? Seeing these skinny women walking around with what looks like 2 melons down the back of their trousers looks absolutely ridiculous. My theory is that most women know that men aren't into the fake look but still go through with it to impress other women. Most of the time, women are more concerned with impressing or showing off to other women than men. Can any experienced woman chime in on this? Someone replied, it's a mix. Especially clothing, or nails, 95% chance it's for the woman herself or other women's opinion. Sure, lots of people here on Reddit hate filler red lips, fake boobs, dyed hair, I like real girls, etc. But you know what happens in a lot of women's daily lives? They see their guy friends check out the body of a clearly overly dolled up woman with work done. Swipe on Tinder to that kind of girl, friends who get way more male attention after they've gotten work done. Partners or friends' partners cheating on them with such women or moving on to such women after a breakup, drooling over Megan Fox, etc. It's like the saying, actions speak louder than words. If your eyebrows look like the way toddlers draw birds, nothing's more unattractive than a woman who rips her eyebrows off then draws them back on with no mirror and a lump of coal. The drawn-on eyebrow trend has gone too far. Women are literally shaving or plucking their eyebrows completely and drawing them back on with a marker. It makes women look like drag queens. That's not a slight on drag queens, they have that look for a reason and it's part of the performance. But I don't think honoring drag queens or queer culture is what the women who do that are going for. Social media involvement. There's so much pressure for every girl to just be the sort of Insta model. Whether it be with life experiences in their story, posts on the feed, etc. That while it may be attractive in the conventional sense that they're trying to optimize their beauty, via filters, angles, etc., or make it seem like their life is exciting, it's just genuinely kind of a red flag and a huge turn off to me that so much of their self-worth is the external perception people have of them. And you can tell the difference. Posting just a general selfie to highlight something you like about yourself is great. But you can usually tell when there's a lot more manipulation or thought that goes into the picture, which is the extreme to which I'm talking about. I also find that people, male or female, who are obsessed with social media tend to be dramatic and buy into a lot of artificial social nonsense that gets clicks, likes or whatever. Like, we all enjoy some of that sometimes, but it's not a way to exist. And it's definitely not a personality type I want to be involved with.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end. We want to thank you again for giving us a few minutes of your time, and we wish you have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe, it really does help us a lot. That's it from me, roll the outro.